Welcome to this session wherein we would be looking at how to install the softwares required for Java class. So you can just go for Java NetBeans download. Now you will get this official site of netbeans.apache.org. Click on that and you can see you have this download options available. So just click on the latest version of IDE. If you're using your Windows, this is what would be required. So just click on the first option, the installer, which is an exe file. Okay, automatically it would download. See, downloadation has already started over here. Once the downloading is completed, we would open up the exe and go for the installation part of NetBeans. Okay, now here we will also have the JDK installed along with NetBeans, which is required for compiling and interpreting your Java programs, right? So we would be creating both or installing both in the same utility as well. So it would take just some more 1 or 2 minutes for downloading. Once it is done, we will have to just click on the same exe file available here. So see, the downloading part is completed. Click on the exe file to open that. Once the exe file is open, you give the permissions required for installation part. Okay, it says that you require a Java SE development kit, that is the JDK was not found. Okay, fine, no issues. We would go for the JDK download. So you can go for the Java downloads over here and look out for say Java 17, which is a normal stable version. Okay, so let's select this for Windows. Let's go for a exe file directly instead of a compressed file or an MSI installer. Once this JDK is installed, then we'll again open up the NetBeans setup that we have already downloaded. Okay, so we don't have to download that again. We have to just run the setup. So let us install this JDK 17. 18 version has just come up, hence we prefer that we go one version lower for executing all of our programs, because that is the most stable version which we are having. So we are going for Java 17 in this case. If you wish, you can also go for 18, but then in that case, if some features doesn't work, it would create an issue. So it's always preferable that you go for one version below. So now we'll click on the next option over here and we would download the JDK version. It would take just 1 or 2 minutes more for downloading for installing it. So you can see it gives you a message that JDK 17 has successfully installed. So you can just click on close option and now we can just go for our downloads and check the NetBeans which is already downloaded. We can just double click on that. Again, give the permission. It would start the installer because now it has found the JDK 17 which we have installed now. So automatically it would consider that as your Java install interpreter and it would install that. So it's asking you for the permissions. Whatever things it is installing will give you. Just click on next. Click on the license agreement. Next. The path is by default. Keep it as it is. No changes. If you want, you can go for updates because this is also freely available, so there is no issues even if you go for updates. And finally, click on install button, which would install the NetBeans IDE on your particular machine. So in this way, you can install the JDK first and then install the NetBeans IDE. Okay, that's it from this particular session. Thank you very much. So here we have installed the NetBeans. Okay, 13 it is, current, the latest version. You can go to new project over here, go in file, go in new project. Now here you can create a Java application. Click on next. Let's give your name day 1 Java class. It is by default saved in C user administrator documents. You have a folder there as NetBeans project. You can change this location if required by clicking on browse and giving whatever location you need to give it. I'm keeping it same as it is. Okay, I'm not changing it. Just clicking on finish. Now this we are creating a project. Okay, now remember one thing, I would be taking you through a console application also and creating a desktop application also. So I'm just removing the comment part. It is no longer needed. Now this is what we would be creating a console application. Console application basically means what? They run on the command prompt. Okay, so whatever I'm executing over here, I will get a command prompt on which it would be executing. Similar to this, I would be also showing you after some 2-3 examples how to create a desktop application wherein I'm having something like I'm creating a form which is having menus like this. How will you add the menu items? How will you give on click of this menu what form should open? So how will you create various forms in that? I would be showing you that also after we complete some 1 or 2 simple examples on console. Okay, so you will basically have a link of how to use the concept in console also, and similarly how to apply those in the desktop apps also. Okay, so now over here, if I have to print something, then simply what I have to do over here, I can write down system. Now over here, remember S is capital. Okay, so system dot, I can use out dot print is a method. Ln means printing on a new line. Okay, so I'm using print ln method, writing here, say welcome to Java classes. Now I want to just print this particular text, welcome to Java classes, on my command prompt. For that, I have to write just one single line of code, system.out.println in bracket, double quotation marks, welcome to Java classes. Now, if you just look at when we created the project, we got the project name over here as our package name. Now I'm just, for your information, I'm just putting it over here in the comments part. Now this comments basically means this code will not be executed, okay, by the compiler in the background. It is just for your information. So over here, when we create anything, we have first a package. Package contains multiple classes. Like here, what is this class name? Public class day1 Java class. If you just notice, the same file name, class.java, is our Java file name. Same is your class name. Always in Java, whatever is your file name will be your class name. Whatever is your project name will be your package name. So basically, one project can contain multiple classes. So one package, multiple classes. Similarly, one class can have multiple methods, or you can say them functions also, or you may have variables also in a class. So all these could be multiple in one class. Similarly, like this, you can have multiple classes in a package. That's how your Java program is basically created, the whole structure of the Java program. And by default, you have this main method. Now this public static void main, this main has to be in small. This is the entry point for your Java program, which means whenever you compile your Java program, your compiler will search for where is this main method. If it finds main method, it will go inside the main method and execute your Java program. So remember one thing, all your Java programs should have a main method to execute. So one class can have multiple methods or functions or variables. So over here, we can term a package as a project name. We can term a Java file as a class of Java. In that, you may have multiple methods, of which one is the main method, which has to be there because it is the entry point of your Java programs to execute. Okay. Now, how will you execute this program? One way is go to run. Okay. And then you can say run file, or what is the shortcut key available? Shift plus F6. So I'll prefer using shortcut. We can use Shift F6. You can see processing happened here and directly we got the output, welcome to Java classes. So just in some seconds, it has compiled the program. We didn't had any errors because everything was perfect, and we got the output on the console printer. So why am I saying console? Because this is how you will get the output if you are creating a console applications over here. But if you create something like creating a form which has some text boxes, buttons, and something, that would be your desktop application. So we will show you how to create that also in some time from now. Okay. Now this is one class that I have added. What if I have to add multiple classes? Simple. Just right click on this particular folder, day1 Java class, go for a new, go for Java class. Okay. Right click, new Java class, right? Give any name you wish to. I give here, say, second file. Okay. Finish. So again, if you look at it, I'm just removing this back. Again, what is the package name? It is still the same as we had earlier, day one Java class, because currently we are working on the same project. So same project, we added one more class. What is the class name? Second file. And the file name and the class name again is the same. Okay, but now here we don't have main method, right? So how will I create that? I can simply write it down, or very much simple, just copy it down from here, paste it, press enter. You get the main method in this particular class created.